Hey guys, what do you think? A question. What do you think of when you think of Toledo, Ohio? Do you think of Jamie Farr on MASH, Toledo Mud Hens, the 1922 IHL hockey champion Toledo Gold Diggers? Do you think of Rick Schmitz, famous actor from Toledo? And I don't mean on the movie screen or famous or that makes money. I'm talking tripping the boards type acting. Do you think of Tom Cruise's wife, Katharine Hepburn? That's not right. It's right there, though. Danny Thomas, I think he's from Toledo. There's other... What do you think of? I think of the Copper Kettle. And speaking of Rick Schmitz, he introduced me to this place a couple of years ago. Awesome antique store in Toledo called the Copper Kettle. And I think we've done a video there before, but it is pop culture nirvana. It is used vinyl, 45s, cassette tapes, cassette singles, VHS, DVD, toys, you name it. You could spend all day there. And I learned, because I'm lying to you, like I'm going there right now, I went yesterday. There's a whole second half of the store that I didn't even see. I was checking out and she was like, did you see the second half of the store? And I thought about lying to her and being like, yeah, it was amazing. But that's not what we do here, guys. So I straight up said no, and I don't have time to do that today. So it'll be a part 2 with Sheila, the 5-foot assassin, because she's not with me on this trip. This is a solo trip. I'm a big boy. I can handle this. Okay? So Copper Kettle in Toledo, it was a lot of fun, but I'm going to see if Sheila will be around for the wrap up, and I will see you then. Bye-bye. the Copper Kettle. So, yeah, this is the Copper Kettle. Really cool. It's a consignment antique mall or antique store. Like I said, there's a second half to the store that I didn't really see. There's a small back room, a bunch of cassette singles, which is right up myself and Sheila the 5-Foot Assassins alley. I was actually sending footage to her while I was going over them, and she was saying, yeah, grab that. Jody Watley, bunch of stuff. Shabba Ranks is in there, but cool selection of cassette singles. I don't know why I couldn't get that up. An Ace of Base, All That She Wants. That room also has a bunch of different rows of 7 inches or 45s, and I end up going through those as well, and I find a few 45s there. But yeah, it's just one room tucked off in the back, and it's all cassettes. Also, if you collect 8-tracks, he's got a bunch of 8-tracks back there too. So it's mostly cassettes and 7 inches or 45s. I think it might be the same guy that has the room full of vinyl that you'll see, the 12 inches that you'll see in a little bit here too. It might be the same guy that owns both, but he's got a pretty nicely organized selection of vinyl there. That was kind of an odd one. I'd never seen that one before. John Mellencamp, it's a double cassette single, 4-song maxi single. Never seen that before. So After 7, and found a bunch. I don't know. I ended up getting like maybe a dozen or so cassette singles. So Shabba Ranks with KRS-One, The Jam. And then there's a Natalie Merchant one that I was happy to find there. But this is some autographed LPs that they had on a wall there. I just thought it looked cool. And this is another booth, another vendor that had a bunch of CDs. Also had some VHS and some DVDs. I didn't end up getting anything there. This is just a hallway that leads to a room packed with toys. My brother collects some like Marvel figures, so I took some pictures for him to see if he wanted any of that. And I'm not a big toy person. Sheila is definitely the toy person out of us. But I did find a figure that I was like, I gotta have this. So a couple wrestling figures there, mostly newer stuff for the wrestling figures. A big King Kong there, and then there's a Count Chocula. But right towards the front on the shelf there, I ended up picking up, where is it now? He had a bunch of He-Man stuff too, so if you're into He-Man, that's your place. Right there, the Alex Ross Joker. I didn't realize it, but apparently it comes with a cane, or it's supposed to have a cane, and the cane wasn't there, so I'm going to have to find where there's a cane on eBay or something like that. So a little bit farther down that hall, you go into another room, which is just all 12-inch vinyls. So this is all 12-inch vinyl singles. And had about 3 or 4 crates back there full of just the singles, and then the rest of the room is full-length LPs. But a lot of stuff I remember from the 90s, 2000s, and I had quite a bit of it that I did find interesting. And right towards the very back, I think it was the last record, second to last, Yo-Yo. You Can't Play With My Yo-Yo, featuring Ice Cube, and I'm a big Ice Cube fan, so that was for $1. Yeah, of course. This is the row next to it. I didn't. The Yo-Yo single was the only one that I ended up getting, but a lot of cool. Some of the 80s and 90s like club stuff, club mixes.
So it was cool to see some of that stuff. The Juvenile album, or single rather. But yeah, really well organized back there. And this is the second time that I've gone to Copper Kettle. A friend of mine, Rick, down there in Toledo. He lives in Toledo, and he mentioned it to me one time. So me and Sheila both went down there, and we got a bunch of stuff. And this was my solo return trip down there. So we're definitely gonna have to go back because they opened up a whole nother section that I wasn't aware of. So, yeah, a great trip. Prices are, it's a consignment shop, so booth to booth prices vary. But I didn't see anything that was ridiculously priced in any of the booths, really. But this is the LPs, and he's got them alphabetized, separated. One side looks like it's mostly country right there. The other side's like your pop rock. And I do find a really cool album that I would love to have right there, The Impressions. Unfortunately, it was scratched. Now, let me explain. It was scratched by my standards. I want completely clean vinyl, and that had scratches that beyond a little bit beyond surface scratches, in my opinion. But it's not to say that all these records are scratched or anything like that. That's the only record I looked at, but it did have a couple of scuffs across all the grooves, so I didn't end up getting that one. And I put back a couple of 45s a little bit later too, because they had some surface scratches on it, but nothing I would say it's like you took a screwdriver to it or anything like that. And they're priced appropriately, so if it looks like it's a too good to be true price, it's probably because he's aware of the condition. So he has them priced according to condition, which is nice. I pulled a couple of those. Those were actually in pretty good shape. They were both Sheila E., but I have them both already, so I ended up putting them back. I think that was the Johnny Cash on Sun. I didn't end up getting that. I think I ended up only getting one. No, I ended up getting 3 45s or 7 inches. I got a James Brown Payback, Brewer and Shipley, one toke over the line, and another, Bob Dylan, Lay Lady Lay. But yeah, it's really well organized. There's the Brewer and Shipley that I ended up getting. But yeah, it's a cool store, a little bit of everything, and I wasn't joking. It's kind of pop culture nirvana. There's a little bit of everything if you're into that stuff. And the staff, super nice. Really cool old X-Men shirt there. But, and there, I don't know if I ended up shooting it, but had like a full Tiger uniform, like pants included, which you don't see very often. But again, staff, super nice. That's down in Toledo on South Byrne Road, or Byron, I don't know how you pronounce that, but I included the address in the video, so if you're in the area, definitely stop by. It's quickly becoming my favorite antique place within like a 50-mile radius. Yeah, a little bit of everything. It's not hard to maneuver around in there. It's plenty of room. There's the Tiger uniform. Never really see it without with the pants and the belt and everything. So some Vaseline glass there, or uranium glass. And that's about it, guys.
The Copper Kettle Antiques. It's certified dope.